Hey y'all, sorry about that bright light behind me, but I can't help it. I have to lay as comfortable as I can get because my neck and shoulders still messed up. And nothing new to tell about except I woke up this morning and I was dreading having to make a decision about that Mobius scarf. So what I've decided to do is I ain't going to proceed anymore on it because it's just way too big and I won't use it, and I'm not going to waste any more time on it or any more yarn on it. So what I'm going to do is cut the yarn off where it's at now and start frogging that little by little and like make some hats from it, or make a hat and a scarf set or something like that. Maybe some fingerless gloves to match. Something like that. Just whatever. Any kind of a crochet project. But I ain't gonna just shove it away in a box somewhere or just... Nobody would want it. So I'm going to frog it here and there and use what I've crocheted up so far. I'll use it on other projects. Yeah. So there it is. You know, I just now realized those colors, those grays, and there's black and dark gray, medium grays, and pale gray, and off-white, and it all looks really good together, those colors. And those colors would be good for crocheting some kind of an animal. Shades of gray, black and shades of gray up to off-white, seashell, or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Oh God, I'm forever scratching psoriasis out of my skin. Oh, and sometimes it hurts so bad. I have to get it out. It keeps building up. Anyway, so that's what I decided on that yarn, of that Mobius scarf. And so I didn't waste any time. There was some red, white, blue variegated yarn sitting there on my cart. I snatched it out, grabbed the end of that yarn, snatched it out, and started crocheting a man's size large hat. And I made it. I sat there until I got the entire thing made for my husband's boss. My husband has to go to a celebration party. My boss and his wife are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. My husband has to go so he can take that hat and give it as a gift from both of us. And I got to come up with something for Sylvia. I guess maybe a pair of fingerless gloves. Make her a pair of women's small. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess that's it for now. I don't have anything else to talk about. I, I, uh, well, I tell you what I did though. I uploaded and installed another Mahjong puzzle game. This one's called Vigor Mahjong. I like it. It sets them up all different kind of ways, and some of the puzzles are big and hard. Yep, but, it's a lot more. It's more interesting than the Mahjong Solitaire, because I played all their games and then they just started repeating them, and they weren't near as interesting as this Vigor Mahjong. I'd like to make my dolls all a Christmas dress, but I don't know if I'll get around to it. I still need to get all the pillowcases sewed up. I really need to get to that. There's no reason. Well, no, I can't do that tomorrow. No, I can't sit there at the sewing machine and be all tensed up doing that with my neck and shoulder like it is, dadgummit. So that blows that. I either have to be laying down or sitting down in a chair that has arms on it so to rest my elbows. Otherwise, my neck will hurt so bad I can't stand it. I wish I could do things like that like I used to. It's awful becoming disabled like this. It's awful. It's horrible. I still want to do things, creative things. I still want to sew and crochet and embroidery. I just don't have the energy. I have these problems, these arthritis problems. God, it's horrible. I don't know what I'm going to do. I watched my mama die. I wish I could have been with my dad, but I didn't even know he had died till my brother called him. He called me and told me as soon as he could that Dad had passed on. I miss Dad. I miss him so bad. I miss Mom too. psoriasis is just overwhelming me. It's overwhelming me. I'm starting to feel like the Elephant Man. My skin from head to toe is so full of crusty, dead skin that I can't shed off. I have to scratch it off. That's how psoriasis does you. That's what it does to your skin. It makes it where it can't naturally slough off, and it's stuck on. Dead skin, layers of dead skin stuck on, and those layers keep building up. It's horrible. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I think my husband is in denial about my declining health. I think he is. He's in denial. Bless his heart. I used to have a lot of energy. Before I had that hernia and that hernia surgery, I had a lot of energy still, even though I was in my late 50s. But after that hernia and hernia surgery, I never had the stamina or the energy that I did before. I've never been able to get it back. Yep. I think I'd like to crochet something in shades of blue. Maybe with a little bit of purple and lavender snuck in here and there, just to give it some spiff. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit of soft yellow. Soft yellow. Here and there. So it looked like, give you the essence of lavender flowers or lilacs or wisteria. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a beautiful afghan to make a wisteria afghan? How would you make a wisteria afghan? How would you do it? Would you make it an overall, like a whole bunch of squares with flowers in them, like, lavender blue flowers or what? would you do it? How would you do it? I just don't know. See, I don't need to back myself up in a corner like that, because I just don't know. I get all kinds of ideas and things I would really like to make. Neato ideas, but and sometimes I'll get ideas scribbled down in my crochet notebook. But I'll never get around to making all this stuff that I would like to make. And I'm not going to be on this world, in this world, a whole lot longer. Judging by how I feel now, how I've been feeling, how I've been going down over the last handful of years since I had that surgery. I don't know, it's like a timer went off. I was still going along okay. Yeah, I was slowly getting older and all that, no big deal. But then that happened, that hernia and the surgery, and it was like a timer went off and my life was changed forever after that. So, anyway. I've noticed that when something stresses me, and stress goes through my body, and I'll feel it in my neck right in here. It's like it's the stress is just tensing up all this muscle in my neck here. Well, I guess that's it for now. And I told you I crocheted that hat. It's pretty. It's red, white, and blue variegated yarn. I didn't put a pom-pom on it. Didn't need one. It's pretty enough like it is. I think it'd look kind of goofy, silly, if it had a pom-pom on it. Some hats are not meant for pom-poms. I think pom-poms are kind of silly. It's my personal opinion. I'm not wild about pom-poms. It's okay to do something different now and then, like instead of doing pom-poms on a hat, do something different, or just leave it without anything. It's okay to step outside that box and be creative if you want to. Yeah, I think I have watched almost every Gothic horror movie that was ever made, almost, in the 1960s and 70s. Because I'm always looking for new ones that I haven't seen before, and I've seen them all. Some of my favorites is Peter Cushing movies and Jack Palance movies. Oh, he was creepy in scary movies. And Vincent Price movies. And what was his name? Real famous guy. Boris Karloff. Oh, he was in a lot of scary movies. He hosted and narrated a bunch of spooky shows. And he was real good. And John Carradine. And some other ones. That was good. Jack Palance, always thought he was real freaky looking. So he acted freaky too, so he was good in scary shows. I saw one recently with Jack Palance in it, and it was real good. Real good, made back in the 70s. He was a murderer, and it was a murder mystery, and the movie was made over there in England. It was interesting, and he was creepy in that show. Well, tell me what kind of shows are y'all's all-time favorites? I like a lot of old movies, thrillers and real good mysteries and Gothic, the old Gothic. And I like funny shows. All the funny shows in the 1960s and some in the 70s. Sitcoms and funny shows. And the Westerns. Bonanza. The Virginian. Gunsmoke. And some other ones. I always liked Westerns. I sat and watched Western shows with my dad for, well, all my life, actually. Literally all my life. I'm eating some M&Ms. Well, I guess I'll finally say good night and hopefully get this uploaded. And y'all tell me what you think about this and that and whatnot. Okay, good night.